Hello and welcome to A Better Life. I'm Dr. Fry, and I tell you what, this is our Easter special. We're going to be running this show for the next 2 weeks, so if you see something on here, hear about something that's already happened, don't worry about it. There's a fresh show coming after Easter. But we all got to take a break next week, so we're going to record some stuff today and tell you about some things that are happening that you need to know about. First of all, the Bethany is having great services on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a super weekend. And we invite everyone, if this is the only time of the year that you go to church, we invite you to go to Bethany, okay? Because you will have one great experience. There's a lot of great kids and people that are just looking forward to greeting you. We invite you out to Bethany World Prayer Center. The North and the South Campus will both be operating Easter weekend. So Friday night services, Saturday and Sunday services. So get out this Easter holiday and do something special. Plus, Saturday at Barnes & Noble, a good friend of mine was with her last night talking to her, Donna Douglas. You remember her as Ellie Mae on Beverly Hillbillies. 1 o'clock tomorrow, which is Saturday, and I forgot what day this is. Let's see, it's 22nd, 23rd. Yeah, 23rd. So if we're late on this, it's like I said, this is the Easter special. Runs 2 weeks, so some things we mentioned have already happened. But the 23rd at Barnes & Noble at 1 o'clock, you can see Donna Douglas sign her new cookbook. She has got a lot of things on there. You learn how to cook hog chows and pig's feet and all the stuff that she did with the Beverly Hillbillies. It'll be fun, and she is a great Christian. Get out and meet her at Barnes & Noble this Saturday at 1 o'clock. Okay, now we've done all that. It's time to get to some of our special guests. The Boys and Girls Club is special to my heart because I have a daughter, of course, as most of you know. She's now in her 20s, but she was adopted by me when she was 6 months old, has cerebral palsy, and the Boys and Girls Club played a big part of her life. Believe it or not, they really care about special needs kids. That's right. There's very few organizations out there that really do. But this one stepped up to the plate in my life and had lots of volunteers come over, take her out, get her involved in different sports activities. People mentored her and helped her out, and she grew into a fine young lady. She lives in Nashville in her own apartment now, and a lot of that is due to the support from the Boys and Girls Club. With me today is Anya Carter. Anya Carter is with the Boys and Girls Club, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, what do you do for the Boys and Girls Club?
I'm the Director of Volunteer Services. I manage all the volunteers.
Ooh, that's a big responsibility.
Yes, it is.
How many volunteers do you have right now on board in Baton Rouge?
Currently, we have about 200 volunteers.
200. How many do you need?
For Club Inspire, we need 100.
All right, so let's talk about Club Inspire because that was the focus today. What is Club Inspire?
Club Inspire is a new initiative that we started at Boys and Girls Club. It's an opportunity for community leaders to give back to the community by mentoring a child, and we only ask for 1 hour once a month to go and mentor our club members at one of our after-school programs.
So what does the mentor do? Do they need to take a class and learn what you want them to teach, or you just want them to mentor as an adult or as a teenager? What are you looking for?
Well, you know, one of the problems that we find is expectation. So we want our club members to know that we have high expectations of you. So it's sitting there with that child, asking them what are their goals. We have one little boy who wants to save $50. And how will you save the $50? You know, so letting them know that you have to have a plan, you have to have steps, and then you have to have expectations. And someone cares about you reaching those goals.
So Inspire is basically a life learning experience for the child. That's
yes.
And a specific problem that they want to get dealt with.
Right.
How do you find out about those problems? You just interview the kids? I mean, you've done this before you send in the mentor, it's evident, but
right.
How does that process work?
Well, before during orientation, you'll get a picture of the kid, and the kid does their bio. So they give 3 goals that they want to work on during the school year. So even before our mentors meet the kids, they have the pictures of the kids in their own handwriting with their name, siblings, hobbies, favorite music, that sort of thing. And so you have a better idea. Now
with Facebook, of course, if you're going to be a mentor, I mean, you could easily go on Facebook and probably find out a lot about the child and things and what they're into and what they like to.
Well, for 3rd and 4th graders, you have to be, what, 17 to be on Facebook.
Supposedly.
Supposedly,
right.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of our club members don't have Facebook because they're so young. So we're back to the paper and pencil.
Now, are most of your members, these kids that need help, do they have single parents, or is there a reason? What causes them to need this service?
Well, I think we all need mentors. I think for me, every stage in your life, you had different mentors. So you had different people that you looked up to, different people that gave you advice, maybe someone that you met once and you held on to something. So my number one question to volunteers is, tell me the best advice you ever received, or that you ever gave to somebody. And that's what it's about. It's about giving advice. It's about listening to that child, trying to meet that need in that child's life. It may not be academics. It may be low self-esteem. So it's just listening and saying, oh, you know what, I can meet that need in that child's life at that moment. So it's sowing that seed.
Great program. How does somebody get involved?
Well, you can call us at the Boys and Girls Club. Our number is 383-3928. Or you can email us at Onyea, O-N-Y-A, at brclubs.org.
brclubs.org. And is there a website that you all have that people can go on to find out more information?
It's called BeGreatBatonRouge.org.
BeGreatBatonRouge.org.
.org.
How's funding?
Well, funding is always a challenge for nonprofits. We have various sources of funding that we try to operate through, but that's always a challenge. For Club Inspire, it's probably in-kind. A lot of our programs for Club Inspire are considered in-kind programs, but we serve over 700 kids. Wow. for 1 year. And most nonprofits, as you know, it's a challenge to operate a nonprofit. But we do good work, and people see that, so we're really proud of the work that we do in the community.
I appreciate you coming on today and explaining the program, and I encourage our viewers out there to get involved with the Boys and Girls Club, because there are boys and girls in our community that can turn out to be great people. But great people come from great leadership, and that means you need to step up the plate and do your part. So I encourage you to look into the Boys and Girls Club in this program and become a mentor. Everybody can give 1 hour a month. I'm even going to give an hour a month, although I did put them off for a while because of my schedule this year, but I am definitely going to do it. I encourage you to do it too. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. When we come back, we have a couple of people. One is something that is close to my heart, travel. As you know, I do a lot of it. Just got back from Fresno and out of Yosemite and the Grand Canyon. And coming up next is Sherry LeBlanc is going to talk to us, Shannon LeBlanc, about some travel opportunities. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. WLFT joins all TV stations in our area, reminding you to rescan your digital TV sets so you can pick up all of the new TV stations, which are broadcast free over the air. Hey, you bought the new high-definition TV, so now enjoy the free over-the-air entertainment like the new Country Channel on 30.3, featuring 24-hour music videos and concerts direct from Nashville. More new channels are planned, so change the batteries in your smoke detector and rescan Baton Rouge. Welcome back to A Better Life. I'm Dr. Fry, and I tell you, it's an exciting time. The Easter holidays is a great time for everybody to get with their family and get to know God. So we want to be sure and see you in church this Sunday, of course. So make it part of your plans. Now, speaking of plans, as you know, I do a lot of traveling. Barbara and I have achieved a point in our life that we'd like to go and see a lot of different things. We've shared a lot of those experiences with you on A Better Life. We've been to the south of France, we've been to Switzerland, we've been to Hawaii, we've been to Mexico, and a few other places. And we've got some more things planned in the future. And that's why the next guest really captivated my interest, because you can really get ripped off when you're traveling. Let me tell you, folks, you can spend a lot of useless time and a lot of useless money. And the idea of using a travel agent seems foreign to all of us anymore with our internet savvy devices that we have. I got way too many of them. But I think we're going to have some light to shed on your life today if you like to travel like I do. So welcome to the show, if you would, Shannon LeBlanc. Hi, Shannon. How are you today?
I'm great. How are
Good.
you?
I'm excellent. The name of your company is Paradise Vacations?
Paradise Vacation Escapes.
Escapes. Okay. So that kind of says it all.
Yeah.
But before we get into particulars of actually booking a trip and the logistics of that stuff, tell us a little bit about the neat thing that caught my attention is you guys specialize in.
Specialize in luxury romance and honeymoon travel, destination weddings.
Wow. So
Yep.
people that are wanting to put that spice back in their life or begin their life together.
Exactly.
That's what you specialize in.
Yes.
So for couples and things of that nature.
Couples, married people, couples that are just getting together
Right.
and want to take a special trip together, and people that are doing milestone anniversary trips. things like that.
All right, so if we book through you, then we're pretty well guaranteed it won't be an all kids cruise and a Disney fun time with a million other children.
Unless they really want to go to Disney and have some romance at Disney, then you can do that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the advantages of using a real person, that, you know, the old school, go into a
Right.
travel agent and sit down and spend 2 or 3 hours planning your vacation. Where have we come now with modern technology, and do we save a lot of money cutting you out of the picture, and what is the advantages of using your service?
Actually, you're not going to save a lot of money. You're really going to spend about the same money, and you may save money and get better value for your trip. Because what a travel agent does is, and what I do as a travel agent, I get to know my clients. I want to know what your likes and dislikes are. You know, you may want a tropical view versus an ocean view, so I find out where your priorities are in your travel. And I'll do this by getting you to fill out a questionnaire or just sitting and talking with you. So you don't have to spend 2 or 3 hours talking with a travel agent. We can do it via email, via Skype, at a coffee shop, or wherever is comfortable for you and your wife, or even if you want to do it surprise, we can do everything discreetly via email. That way she's surprised. So we can do that, and I save you time, because you know you're working all day and on the computer all day. The last thing you want to do is get home and Google
Sure.
tropical vacations, and
Absolutely.
so many things will come up, and you don't know what's the difference between this hotel and this hotel. This hotel may be on one side of the island with all the spring breakers and kids going party, 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 and you want
Right.
something on the other side of the island that's a little more secluded. So a travel agent has expertise and knowledge, and if they get to know you and know what your wants are, they can put you at the perfect resort for your vacation.
I notice a lot of the cruise lines now have adults-only pools and things of that nature on some
Right.
recent cruises we've been on, and that's really nice. I
Yeah.
mean, they really do police it, and you know, it's a whole different area, and that works nice too. Is a lot of the people offering that in the different luxury
At the resorts,
resorts?
yes, they do have. There are all-inclusive resorts that are for adults only, and then the ones that are more family-oriented do have an adult-only pool at a lot of resorts now.
So the shore excursions, nightmare city. When you go online and you look at the things you're going to do, and then they got this list of, you know, sign this waiver for death and all this kind of
Right.
stuff. The shore excursions. What's the best way you recommend people to choose a shore excursion?
Well, that too, you can go over with your travel agent. I send people about 4 weeks prior to their departure. I start sending them small emails, letting them know things to know about the place they're going to, things that they can do, and a list of shore excursions. That way, they're not going to plan it the day they get to the resort and feel pressured and, okay, well, let's do this day, and some of the shore excursions may be booked up. So we kind of talk about that in advance. So you get to know what the person's wanting to do.
Right.
You know, if they want to go zip lining, then we're going to find the best zip line shore excursion company
Sure.
that's, you know, preferred and has insurance and
So
is safe.
you have access to things that normal people online wouldn't find,
In some cases, yes.
like
we do.
restaurant recommendations and things of
Yep.
that nature. I mean, the cruise lines all seem to have somebody they work with. you
Right,
know.
exactly.
But we've had more fun finding things that they didn't actually work with.
Right, and some of those are okay, but there are some of those once you get off of a cruise line that are, you know, you have to be careful because
Sure.
you want to use a reputable company, especially in another country.
What's up with all the pictures? I mean, you get on a cruise ship, and it's like you got to stop every 40
I
feet to take your
know,
picture.
I know.
It's like, and then they line the whole hallway with all the pictures.
Yeah,
and
exactly. It's
what
a
a
major
money
photo
racket.
shoot. Exactly.
What
and,
a money racket.
and it's fun, and you want to have pictures from your
Yeah,
vacation
we've
because
got
it
'em.
is
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah.
And they even have photographers at the resorts that'll come around with a little monkey and let the monkey sit on your
Yeah,
shoulder
we
and
know.
take
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah. Seen it. Been there. I don't know why they don't wise up and just say, look, we're going to email you the pictures, just pay us. You know?
Right,
It would be
right.
so much better, you know. I mean, all you do is take them and scan them anyway. It's
And
like,
there are
you know.
some, you know, there's a photographer at Disney. Their photography program, they do that.
All right, so do you specialize only in Caribbean in the South, or if we were going to Europe or Russia, you
Any
do
place where there's romance.
any place? Well,
And
that's
that's
the entire
anywhere in the world.
Sure.
So
What is the favorite destination you find for Baton Rouge people that are looking for romance?
I'm finding it's the Caribbean.
It is the Caribbean.
It is the Caribbean. St. Lucia is real popular right now.
Okay. What about Hawaii?
Hawaii's, yeah, still popular, but they really don't have any all-inclusives in Hawaii. And a lot of people are looking to get more bang for their buck, and
Right.
that's where all-inclusives come in.
Is people still cruising a lot of, choosing a lot of cruises?
Somewhat.
Really? I
There-
mean, there's been some bad publicity with cruises.
Right.
And
And there are people that that are just diehard cruisers, and that's that's what they want to do.
Right.
And you have a choice in cruise lines.
Sure.
So there's still people that want to cruise. There's some great luxury cruise liners that sail the Mediterranean
Absolutely.
and Alaska cruises that are great.
I will
There's-
have you back on. We'll discuss some more things in the future, okay?
Okay, great.
Thanks for being on. The
Thank
information
you.
has been on the screen. You saw some lovely pictures and a lovely girl to bring us all this information. So when we come back, we'll talk to somebody that's less appealing as far as looks, but he has a heck of a lot of talent. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
South Louisiana, there's no better time to call than right now to get the best quality made Ella walk-in tub or shower from Easy Baths of Louisiana. Call now, 289-4141, and let Easy Baths of Louisiana show you the low entry and easy access walk-in tubs and showers. Our walk-in tubs come with easy to use controls, stainless steel door, and dual 80-second drain with chromotherapy lighting, automatic cleaning, hydrotherapy jets, and much, much more. Easy Baths of Louisiana guarantees the absolute lowest prices on the same or equal products with our 10% back guarantee. We offer easy pay financing with great rates. If you call right now and mention this ad, we'll take an incredible $750 off our already low prices with this TV offer.
Welcome back to our special Easter edition. You've been watching this same show now for the last 2 weeks, and I tell you what, a lot of cool things going on. I've told you the things you need to do, but the main thing you need to do, of course, is get to know God. Be sure and go to church on Easter Sunday. At least once a year, you should go to church and find out what your life should be like with Christ. We invite you to go try it this weekend, okay? Now, let's talk about a guy that's tried just about everything in life, and I like him as a person, and a lot of people say, why in the world you got him on the show? Well, because he has a better life, and he has accomplished a lot of things throughout his career. He's a preacher, he's a singer, he is a clothier, and an extremely smart man as far as I'm concerned, as far as how to dress and things of that nature. And we're going to talk about several topics today. Welcome to the show, David Burkeen. David, how you doing?
Doc, good to be here.
I'm glad you're here. Now, we know that we met in a men's clothing store that was closing, that had
Right.
been in business for many, many years.
Right.
And we started talking about fashion because I like to buy some clothes once in a while, and ties and things of that nature.
Sure.
And we've really seen a demise of men wearing suits and formal attire.
Ties.
Everybody, yeah, ties alone. I mean, they're just disappearing. I
That's
mean, it's-
right. Right.
Yet when I go to major cities like New York and Chicago,
Right,
just out in
right.
L.A.,
Right.
even in L.A., 90% of everybody working downtown was wearing a suit and tie.
That's the truth.
So is there a paradigm shift coming back in your book in the next few years, or do you think everybody's going to try and hold on to this 80s, 90s Miami Vice attitude?
Well, Doc, you know, there's a varied school of thoughts in that, and what you're saying. The paradigm shift could possibly make its way back. You know, they say that everything, you know, we live in a
Goes around,
cycle
comes
and
around,
everything
sure.
goes around, comes around. So, you know, I'm not here to state emphatically that, you know, the tie will ever be as strong as it was.
Right.
But there will always be a need for suits. There will always be a criteria for sport coats and,
Right.
and you know, dressy casual,
Right.
as you are today. However, you know, things could change.
Yeah.
And
But people need to, I mean, if they want to make an impression, especially getting a job, they need to dress right, dress sharp, for the type of interview they're going to. You
Hey,
agree?
I totally concur with that, and I feel like that, you know, if people are, you know, and I go back, of course, a few years, Doc, even further than you do probably, but I've been in clothes all of my life. Even while pastoring churches, I was still in the clothing business because having to look that role, and when I was pastoring ties, it was a no. You didn't, you know, you had to wear a tie.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
However, you know, times have changed,
Sure.
and if we don't change, then hey, somebody said in technology, if it's not a change every 3 to 6 months, you're behind time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So the truth of the matter is, I feel like that suits are going to always be in. Sport coats will always be in, and you know, there's always going to be the need for in certain situations that you go into, there'll be a need for you wearing a tie.
Sure.
So it doesn't hurt to have a few in your closet.
But,
Okay.
all right, let's talk about life changes.
Okay.
Over the years, you were a pastor. You evidently have always been an entertainer or a singer at heart.
Always been from 4 years of age, Doc.
I've heard your music, and you have a great sound. I mean, you can do Al Jarreau, you can do lots of different types of sounds, but you have a real nice crooning voice, a real nice voice, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart as a professional.
Thank you,
to another.
Doc.
And I wish you all the success in that. But the thing that I want to stress on our show, this is a show called A Better Life. You, at a late time in your life, have decided that is what you're going to pursue as your musical career.
Right.
So you've auditioned for America's Got Talent.
Right.
American Idol. Did you go for it?
No,
too
I
yet?
hadn't gone for American
Okay.
Idol. They have an age limit, Doc. And
Oh, they do. You exceeded that. Okay. All right. I didn't know they were
I did.
discriminating over there. I tell
I
you.
exceeded that, so as a result, I'm just, you know, America's Got Talent is what I'm going
I
for.
got you. I got you. Okay. So tell us what are the main obstacles that you're running into as far as, because you really didn't know anybody.
No,
You went
I
and
didn't.
cut a demo.
Right.
And you're trying this all on your own, no
Right.
agent thing. What are
Right.
you finding to be the biggest obstacle?
Well, the biggest thing is knowledge and lack of money. People say, man, you know, and I'd always heard this, it takes a lot of money to be in the music industry. Well, I found out that it does.
Sure.
Because you can always justify the means of spending money and, you know, wanting to have the latest gadget, you know, in your PA system, or
Oh yeah.
the, you know, your microphone,
Music store is the biggest.
or your clothing, you know, you want to
Sure.
look. Hey, so there's just so much that goes into it, and I've spent thousands upon thousands in trying to break into this business, and it's been a challenge.
Well, you're really on track. I have an office in Nashville, of course, and a business up there. And the one thing that I tell everybody, if you want to know how to make it in the business, take a page from Taylor Swift. Taylor was an absolute nothing. Her dad relocated to the town, sunk $500,000 into her career, and look at where Taylor Swift's at now.
Yeah.
She had talent just like you've got, but they
Right.
had to have the money
They
to
did.
make it happen, and
Yeah.
that's what it really does take. Everybody's got to pay the price one way or another.
That's exactly right. And I'm coming out of the ministry. Of course, I've done several things since I've been out of the ministry, you know, being manager of a men's clothing store, manager of a radio station, etc. But the truth is that, you know, I've had a little difficulty myself personally, in that having pastored for so long, I've had some people that have said, well, you know, I don't think pastors ought to be singers. Well,
Yeah,
you know,
that's-
when God gifts you with something, you
gotta
know,
use
you
it.
don't go bury your gift.
Right.
You try to, you know, enhance it and, you know, prune it, do whatever to make it better. And that's what I've tried to do even at my age, Doc. And I tell you what, I've had some offers, and Dolly Parton's Enterprise, and I mention her because I really considered that.
I've
quite-
worked with Dolly. She's a
you
wonderful person.
You did work, okay. And I'll tell you what, Dixie Stampede is a great place to go. You know, spring, summer, fall, whatever, you know, whenever you've got time to do that. But they had asked me to go on to move to Branson and to be his assistant, but it just didn't work out, and so I've just been trying to go it along.
It'll work. It'll work. We have to get out here this week, but as you can see, there's a lot of obstacles in the music business, and I appreciate you coming on and sharing them with us. And I wish
Okay.
you the best of luck.
Thank you, Don.
Until next time, remember, you can have a better life, especially through Jesus Christ.